This is one of the wildest basses I've come across since testing basses every week here on YouTube for 15 years. Yes, it's a jazz bass inspired design, clearly, but the neck is crazy thin. I've never seen something like this. Let's check it out. Hi, welcome to Bass the World. My name is Gregor. On bass we have my buddy Florian Reichel today, and this is the Mare 5 masterpiece by Belforti Instruments out of France. There are a bunch of fascinating things about this bass. Let's start with the top. This is called Tamo ash or Japanese ash. It has this crazy figuring, and as you can probably imagine, it's rather luxurious and with that rather expensive. That's why it's only understandable that they didn't add this metal control plate most jazz basses have and no pickguard. Well, there's a what they call faux pickguard, but it's just a wooden inlay giving the impression of a pickguard when really there's none. The second wild thing, something that I really appreciate and rarely come across, is the sound. I'm doing all the audio mixes for these videos, and sometimes basses record so well when in opening up the Logic session to start mixing, there's just nothing to do. This is one of those cases. There's a slight low cut at 30 Hz and 2 sound samples, but otherwise I didn't have to touch anything to make it sound good. Sure, a bit of reverb when he plays overtones in one example, and a bit of compression to keep the peaks in check when he slaps. But no EQ, never EQ. I loved it. The third wild fact about this bass, I've already mentioned it at the beginning, is the neck. I don't have a tool to measure the thickness, but I'm sure it's the thinnest neck I've ever played. It feels incredibly comfortable, but it also gives me a bit of anxiety. Somehow there must be space for trusswood in here, means at these points the wood can only be a few millimeters thick at most. But I trust the experienced looper that it's strong enough to manage the potential dangers of live shows. Since this is a master build model, you can of course order yours with a thicker neck profile. Now let's have a look at the woods. The body's made from European ash, giving this bass a solid foundation and a bit of weight. This bass weighs a little over 4.3 kilos, which is reasonable for a 5-string. The crazy slim neck is made from Norwegian maple, known for its stiffness and stability, while the fretboard is Indian rosewood, giving this bass a nice warm tone. Let's try the B string. The electronics is all Aguilar. The pickups are the AJ5 Hot models, slightly overwound, slightly fatter sounding compared to an average jazz bass pickup. The preamp is the OBP3 with controls for basses and high stacked, mids and an extra toggle to switch the mid frequency to a lower mids if you need some extra beef. What the bass doesn't have is a passive tone control or even a passive preamp option, which I find quite surprising, but again, get yours custom built in the way you want it. Each pickup has an individual volume control as Uncle Leo intended. I like that. I actually prefer that over a pickup blend pot in jazz basses. Now let's try the bridge pickup, and here's why these overwound pickups make a lot of sense. The tuners are Hipshot ultralights. The bridges are single pieces for each string from ABM, and the neck is bolted on with 5 screws. Oh, and we got a matching headstock and these gorgeous round block inlays. There's only one thing I don't like about this bass, but fortunately this can and probably will be fixed once this bass is back with belforti. This bass needs a string retainer, especially for the A string. There's almost a straight line from the bridge to the tuner, and that's never a good thing. You need some pressure up here. Please fix that, Mr. belforti. And while we're at it, this little spot here, not sure what happened, but buff it out. Otherwise, this is a nice build, super comfy, great tones, a lot of mids, which is awesome for character sounds. You can use the preamp to shape it in any direction if you want more spark or low end. And the frets are blacked, I almost forgot to mention that. Means they're straight as an arrow. Straight as an arrow? This saying doesn't make sense. Have you ever seen a slow motion recording of an arrow flying through the air? But I'm getting sidetracked. Black means the frets are leveled by vertical CNC that gets them all in exactly the same height, much more accurate than any luthier could ever produce by hand. And that's it for today. Here's the Mare 4-string we tested a few weeks ago. Here's a fabulous bass short chop, and here's me saying au revoir. BassTheWorld.com